Round 8 of the NRL kicks off on Thursday night with the Rabbitohs taking on the Broncos. Let's get into my Round 8 predictions. The first game sees the South Sydney Rabbitohs at ANZ taking on the Broncos. As for this game, you could say it's an upset. The Broncos' record against the Rabbitohs in the last 10 games is pretty good. Jaden Sewer returns for the Broncos and debutant Tom Dearden. Cody Nikorima is out. I've gone the Broncos by 6. I think they showed enough confidence last week against the Sharks to get their season off to a start. So I'm going to go the Broncos to win this match. To pick a try scorer for you all, I'm going to go with Cody Walker to cross the line for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And I don't think it'll be a high scoring match. I think it'll be fairly low. So I'm going to go 22-16 and the Broncos come away with a win at ANZ. The next game is the Cowboys and the Titans up at 1300 Smiles Stadium. They both only had 2 wins this season, so it's a bit of a toss of the coin game. I was leaning towards the Titans based on performance, however the home crowd advantage and things like that. I am expecting the Cowboys to win this game quite comfortably. I'm going to go the Cowboys by 12. As for the ins and outs, we know that Ryan James is out for the season for the Titans. Dale Copley is also out. Normally I put money on him to score quite regularly. Out is Tamari Martin at fullback for the Cowboys, meaning that Jordan Kahu returns to the fullback role. As for the ins, Jason Tamalolo again has been named on the extended bench, and Keegan Hipgrave is an AJ Brimson for the Titans. So I'm going to go Cowboys by 12 for this match, and I'm going to leave no try scorer, but Cowboys by 12. The next game sees the Melbourne Storm. Well, it's at Shark Park. I'm calling it that. Up against the Melbourne Storm. I'm going to go for the Storm by 1. I know they won by 1 last week, and I know they lost by 1 the other week. The Storm are a good side. They're just not showing the potential that they should. They should click this match and flog a depleted Sharks side. However, it's only Sean Johnson that's out, and Josh Dugan and Brighton Nakora return to the side. Curtis Scott is also in for the Storm. Yeah, so I think the Storms will win this by 1. I reckon the Sharks will really be in this match. It normally is a cracking game when these two sides play. I'm really looking forward to watching it on Friday night, and I'm going to go Melbourne Storm by 1 point. The next game on starting Super Saturday is at 3 o'clock. The Raiders up against the Panthers. The Raiders looking brilliant. I'm loving their side, especially the forward pack. The Panthers just disappointing. Until now. I know I said this last week, and this is my boldest prediction for the week. I'm going Penrith 13 plus. I'm going the Panthers by 14. Only 10% of people are picking them this week. Now, Brad Fittler has named his Origin side potentially that Cleary and Maloney will probably make it. That's what makes me think that there's no complete home ground advantage, this game being in Wagga Wagga, that the Panthers are going to win this one comfortably. It's a massive ask. I'm going to go with Viliami Kikau to score a try for this week, but I think the Panthers will come away with a flogging of the Raiders here, and then the Raiders will get their season back on track shortly after. So Panthers to win by 14 points. The next game sees Manly at Lottoland taking on the Dogs. The Dogs coming off a 24-12 win over the Cowboys. Manly coming off a 4-point win against the Raiders. Daly Cherry Evans is out, which means I don't know who Queensland's captain will be. My bet is Cameron Munster at the moment. George Tafua is out for the Manly side. Dylan Napa is named, and Kieran Foran is also named on the extended bench for the Bulldogs. I've gone Manly this game. It was a bit hard to pick. However, I've gone Manly by, it was 10 I believe. I'll just double check. Manly by 10 points. I think the Dogs will put up a fight. I just think due to it being in Lottoland and the Sea Eagles being in the form they are, I think they're going to start winning a few games, especially after losing a couple of weeks ago to the Dragons, and the Dogs are a bit on and off, so Sea Eagles by 10. The next game is at Sydney Cricket Ground, sees the Roosters taking on the Tigers. You would pick the Roosters as a clear favourite here, and yes, I'm going to tip them as a safe bet. I think the Tigers have showed enough lately, and they've got momentum after that big loss to Parramatta and coming off a win to the Titans to be in this game. I'm going to go as far as saying that there is a strong chance, I'm going to stick with it, that the Tigers will lead the Roosters at half time. However, this crowd is going to push the Roosters over the line. Ins and outs, Josh Reynolds is out and Jake Friend is out for an extended amount of time. Benji Marshall returns to the side, as well as Luke Garner, named on the bench, I believe Luke Garner was, but Benji Marshall is definitely in for the side. Isaac Liu returns for the Roosters, so I'm going to go the Roosters by 8 points here. I think this will be a decent scoreline. I'm going to go, let's go 20 points to 28. Lots of points in this match, a cracker of a match, and the Tigers show a side that wasn't expected of them. The next game sees the Warriors against the Knights at 2 PM on Sunday, so we're on to the last two now. The Knights showed a lot against the Eels last week with a 28-14 win. Kalen Ponga was in form. Mitchell Pearce got the man of the match, and I thought he had a decent game, but he still wasn't at his full potential, and I think we'll see a lot from him this year if he keeps up that work. Jazz Tavanga is out and Blake Ashford is out. Roger Tuvasashek is in, as well as David Fusatu'a, and Kurt Mann is in for the Knights. I think the Knights will stick with the Warriors for the majority of the game, and I think it'll be quite close. However, I've gone the Warriors to win this one by 10. I think it'll be a bit of a runaway match for the Warriors. It'll be unexpected for them to win. The Knights will put in a massive fight, a lot of momentum with them, but just the fact it's at home, I'm going to go the Warriors by 10. Final game is Parramatta Eels taking on the St George Illawarra Dragons at Bank West Stadium. Parramatta were disappointing against the Knights. Really, really disappointing after that 51-6 win. I can understand the opening of a new stadium though. There's no outs per se, but there is some ins. For the Eels, we've got George Jennings named on the extended bench, and Daniel Alvaro brings a boost to our forward pack. Everyone that I'm seeing is saying that this game will be a one-pointer, a golden pointer, from the predictions I'm seeing so far. I'm going to go the Eels by 10. The fact that it's the home crowd, our record against the Dragons, I'm just thinking the Dragons will score first, but the Eels will win the match. I am expecting, I'm going to go with Tim Malafi to score a try for the Dragons. Whether that's first, I'm not going to say. For the Eels, I'm expecting Blake Ferguson to score a try, and I'm really looking forward to the matchup between Mitchell Moses and Ben Hunt. Corey Norman up against Jamin Salmon. I think Corey Norman wins that battle, but it'll be nice to see the Eels get one against Corey Norman. But I'm going to go the Eels by 10 points in a very entertaining game on Sunday that I'll be at. So check out my vlog for that one. Let me know your predictions in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Should be a good round of football.